State Republicans have sparked controversy by passing a new congressional map that includes only one district with a majority black population that goes against the Supreme Court's order to have more of a minority representation. Arkin McCoy has reactions.
On Friday, a map depicting just one majority black congressional district out of 7 in a state where black residents make up 27% of the population was approved, which seems to undermine a U.S. Supreme Court mandate to give black voters more say in elections. Governor Ivey released a statement Friday saying, in part, "The legislature knows our state, our people, and our districts better than the federal courts or activist groups." End quote. Representative Anthony Daniels gives his take on the significance of the approval.
The significance of the map and what the court's order entail is that we were to create a district, a majority-minority district, 2 districts that were majority African-American districts, or quite close. And when you use the term quite close, it doesn't mean 10 points. It actually means that it may be 50-50, or it could be a majority. And so you're able to use some discretion to do so. However, we were way away from that goal.
And president of the Alabama NAACP says the state is not above the law.
The state of Alabama had an opportunity to comply with the court, the United States Supreme Court, as well as comply with the Voting Rights Act of 1965. And in both instances, it's failed to do so. If they wanted to comply with the Voting Rights Act of 1965, when they initially drew the maps, they would have taken race into consideration when they drew the map and not tried to pack all black voters into District 7 or to crack them out throughout the black belt where they would not have a voting majority.
And having additional representation matters.
African Americans are 28% of the state's population, but they only occupy 1 congressional district within the state of Alabama. What we got to understand is that in North Alabama, especially in Madison County and other counties that are more urban areas, you'll find that's less racial polarization voting than in some of the areas in other places throughout the state. I think that's important that constituents understand that and really hold their elected officials accountable for the actions that were taken last week in Montgomery.
For Fox 54 News, I'm Ken McCoy.